Hello everyone, I'm Santiago, and today I'm going to be testing FIFA 16 on the GeForce GTX 950. If you want to see how it runs on the GeForce GTX 950 Ti, check the description below. I left a link to that video there. And for FPS monitoring, I will be using cam. If you want to learn how to use it, click on the top right corner of the video where the cam logo is, or check the description below to learn more. So, FIFA 16. The options menu, it's on a launcher of the game. So I'm going to show you. I will start with 4K, and then I will start lowering the resolution. Yeah, it runs pretty well. As you can see, I already selected 4K to start with. Rendering quality, low or high. Then we have MSAA, multi-sample anti-aliasing, 2 times or 4 times. Let's turn that off. You can lock the frame rate at 30, at 60, or unlock the frame rate. We will unlock it, and you can disable Windows Aero theme. Some people had issues with that, apparently. That's why they added that feature. So let's press OK, and let's launch the game. I'll skip all the first spots so you don't have to wait for the game to load. I will put it in fast motion, so see you there. Okay guys, so now we are into the game. As you can see, it's running at 36 frames per second. On cinematics and replays, it will be below 60 frames per second, but when the game starts by itself, when you're playing, the game will be at around 60 frames per second. Remember that recording affects the performance. It'll be like 3 to 5 FPS less while I'm recording. So as you can see here, we're below 30, but once we're into the game, we should be fine. And as you can see, now we are at 55 frames per second. And as you can see, we are 3 FPS below 60. So if you're not recording, you'll be totally fine. You should be playing very comfortably. It's very consistent, I gotta say. And it's total blow. And this is 4K. I mean, it's 4 times 1080p. That's insane. So we're running this at almost 60 FPS, but except when there's a replay or something like that. As you can see there, we're below 30 there. But if you don't care about that, it's only below 60 on parts that you're not taking control. So when you're playing the game like me right now, you will be very close to 60, as you can see. Since I'm recording, there will be some difference. Once I'm not recording, you should be pretty much at 60. And well, let's see. As you can see right here, we are capped at 30. As you can see, there we dropped below 40. But you're not in control of the scene, so it shouldn't bother you a lot. So if you don't care about that, just play at 4K. You won't regret it. It's so sharp. It's insanely sharp. There's no aliasing whatsoever, not even the people back there in the stadium. It's just insane. Remember that I'm using a 1080p monitor, and I reached 4K via DSR from NVIDIA. I'm terrible at this game, that's why I'm using this low difficulty option. That's why players are so stupid. And I'm making so many goals. Because, well, it seems that it's normal difficulty or something of the sort. But as you can see, the problems are the cinematics, moments when you're not in control of the scene. So once you start playing again, it's totally smooth. So nothing to worry about, actually. Pretty awesome. Okay. Oh shit. Come on, make a goal. Oh, you're so stupid. Giving the ball away now. Yeah, so far so good. So let's jump into 1440p now. Let's Alt F4 out of the game. So now we're back in desktop. We're going to the launcher again. And as you can see, we were using high quality, full screen, 4K, no limit FPS. So now we're going to put 1440p, 2 times MSAA, because why not? And that should be So we press OK and we jump into the game once again. FIFA 16. I'll skip all this, I'll put it in very fast motion so you don't have to wait as long as I'm doing. Okay guys, so now we're back into the game. As you can remember, we're using the highest setting, 1440p and 2x MSAA, a very strong type of anti-aliasing. And here, when we are not in control of the scene, we're getting 45 frames per second. Let's just skip this right into the game. And into the game we have 96 frames per second. That's insane, guys. 100, yeah, we hit 100 there. It's just insane performance. As you should expect, of course. But yeah, as you can see, it runs totally fine at 1440p, even with 2x MSAA. So if you have a 1440p monitor, you won't get any jaggies whatsoever. And if you have a 1080p monitor, play at 1440p, you won't notice any aliasing at all, because it's high resolution. And yes, it's totally insane. Imagine without MSAA, you will get even higher FPS. So that's perfect. Oh yeah. Oh come on, that's so insane. And when we are not in control of the scene, as you can see here, we're getting 60s anyway in the replays. So that's good news. If you didn't like that thing about being below 30 at cutscenes, for saying it's some white cutscenes, you can play at 1440p instead of 4K. But still, the game is totally playable. Nothing to worry about here. So I'll go into 1080p just to show you the insane FPS that you get there. So we are full out of the game. We get into the launcher once again. This time 4x MSAA, if you didn't have enough. We go into 1080p. And we press OK. And we jump into the game again. So see ya when the game loads again. Okay guys, so now we're into the game, and as you can see in this part we are above 60 frames per second. We are not playing yet, so that's good news. Cinematics above 60 frames per second, as you can see right now. Let's see when we jump into the game, shall we? Okay, we have 137 frames per second, 140. Yeah, we're above 120 FPS. That's just out of this universe. We're using 4x MSAA, as you could see in the options. So yeah, no need to try 720p or 900p, since those will run totally fine. But I will do it anyway, so you can see. Yeah, since a lot of people likes 720p and 900p, I didn't mean that, but a lot of people has 720p and 900p monitors. Let's just try those resolutions. So I'll quit the game, jump into 900p, then 720. As you can see here, 900p. And that should do. Okay. So 900p. And then 720. Okay guys, so now we are back. We're having over 120 FPS. Now we're not. So on cutscenes we have around 90 frames per second, and in game we have 160 frames per second on 900p. So nothing to worry about there. I don't see a reason to try 720, but I will do it anyway, because why not? As you can see, each time I lower the resolution, the CPU usage gets higher, so keep that in mind. If you don't have a good CPU, I suggest you use a higher resolution with the GTX 950, of course, or any card if you're having performance issues with that. I mean, if you're having high CPU usage and low GPU usage, you should amp up the resolution a little. since there will be less CPU. The CPU would be less stressed. But as you can see, I have no reason to keep playing this, actually. It's just insanely high. So, yeah. We're totally fine. Come on. Offside, of course. Really? No offside? That's weird. Yeah, and the cutscenes are totally 100 frames per second. So yeah, don't worry, this game will run fine. If that wasn't enough proof, I will go into 720 and keep playing from there. So 720, the lowest resolution available on this game. We close the magnifier, we launch the game, and I see once the game boots up again. Okay guys, so now we're back into the game, and as you can see here, we are having 100, mostly 100 frames per second on the cutscenes. So let's jump into the game. Highest setting, 720p, 4x MSAA. And as you can see here, the CPU usage is way higher than before, as expected, since less resolution means higher CPU load. So as you can see, the GPU usage is around 76 to 80%. You'll be actually able, if you had an i5 or an i7, to have a higher frame rate here due to the, well, as you can see, the GPU is below 80% most of the time. You could get around 10 FPS more if you're playing at 720, but the frame rate is so good that you won't need a better CPU to play at 720 in this case. So no matter what screen size you have, you will play this at 60 frames per second. So to sum up, 4K high setting, damn it, 4K highest setting, no MSAA at all. You will have mostly 60 frames per second, 55 to 60 frames per second. While you play, on the cutscenes you will be below 30 or at 30 frames per second. Then on 1440p you will be at around 40 to 50 FPS on cutscenes, and at around 80 frames per second while you play. So even with 2x MSAA. Then from 1080p and below, you'll be above 60 at all times, no matter the setting. So, oh, that was so close. So yeah, no matter what screen or resolution you want to use, you'll be playing fine, so don't worry. So that's all I have to say for now. I hope you keep enjoying the video. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye.
Tackled well. Luis Suarez. Ivan Rakitic. Here's the cross. Trying to Suarez! And that's a goal for Barcelona.
Goal from Suarez, and he couldn't have hit this much better on the volley. It gives the keeper no chance.
Barcelona are ahead. Abate. Alex. And the cross is in. Luis Suarez! And they've scored again! Doubled up here with his second goal, and he took it in excellent style, just like the first one. Restarting at 2-0. Alex. Shots on here. Oh, it's the post! And that's the third, the hat-trick. It's a day he'll never forget. What a day he's having. 3 goals now.
He's been a thorn in the side of the opposition all match, and he thoroughly deserves that hat-trick.
Barcelona really on top form in the first half. Bertolacci. Montalivo. In towards Abate. And there's the interception. Oh, and Messi offside here, stopped in his tracks. Quite clearly a free kick. That's an easy interception because the pass wasn't really a very thoughtful one. Alex. Bertolacci. Neymar. Luis Suarez. And the cross coming in. Trying to find Suarez. Barcelona awarded the throw here. And now Iniesta. And now the shot. He's hit it hard and true, but the goalkeeper doesn't have to move. And back it goes to the goalkeeper. Neither side able to dwell on the ball for very long here. Ivan Rakitic. No danger at all for the goalkeeper here, or for the defending team. And they will play from the goalkeeper now. Luis Suarez. Got his shot off now. Oh, great work by the keeper. And the ball's in. It's a goal. Very good build-up, Alan. Very good goal.
Well, you've got to ask questions of the defence because they just didn't follow in there.
Different angle on it here.